Good morning, dear students. So today we will take up a new lesson, which is A Traveller by George Miles. It's a different literature altogether. It's not a completely, we can say that it is a story or a short story like that. We call this as a traveller in English. Travel writing, another broader literature or a division that we have in English, that is travel writing. What is that? So the writing which usually includes about the travel, the journeys as such, that is travel writing. And another one we have, you call this as traveller. One is this traveller, and other one is the previous one, the before travel law. You can also see this. Yes, and a different literature we have here. Okay, and dear students, be careful about that. Here, you know, the thing here. It's an interesting chapter. Okay, a chapter where you can guess the question, 100% question from in the annual examinations. Annual exam. And the questions are quite simple, and as if it looks a very simple one and even interesting one also. And dear students, as I said, that it is a different literature. So it is the George Miles with its typical and a special style of narration has come out an interesting job under the title Japan and Brazil through a Traveller's Eye. So it is nothing but the experiences of George Miles when he visited Japan and Brazil. So some of his experiences were shared in this extracts here. It is not complete writing of Miles about Japan and Brazil here. So I said, see, traveller, it is a piece of writing about travel. So how do you define the travelogue here? It is a piece of writing about travel. Okay, one thing. And you can also define like it is a talk or a lecture on a travel, usually accompanied by a film or a slide, projector slides as such. Okay, what? It will be a talk or a lecture, okay, on travel, usually with a what accompanied by a film, movie or a slide here. And also you can say a narrated motion picture about travel. Narrated motion picture about travel is also called as travelogue. Okay, so this is what about travel writing here. And he clearly says he share his experiences here. His experiences of Japan and Brazil. Brazilians, you can say Japanese, you can say Japanese and Brazilians. Attitude, practices, you can also say practices. Culture, tradition, you can say some social behavior of Japanese and Brazilians. What do you call that? Social behavior or practice, or you can say practice of these people were captured in this lesson, which is extracted or taken for our study here. Okay, that is what we see here. And here, my dear students, it's very simple that you can guess question 100% out of this. There are only 3 questions you can expect from them. Out of 3 questions, you can guess 2 questions surely, because the importance lies in those 2 questions only. One thing is about Japanese bowing, okay, and the Brazilians' attitude about the speed or the thing as such. So now we'll begin with the author here. Okay, open the page number 100, my dear students. Page number 100 here. Look at the information about George Mike's here. Okay, you can pronounce as you feel, Mikesh or George Mikesh or George Mike's as such. So George Mike's was born in the year 1912 and is a very famous artist, author, publisher, illustrator and journalist from Hungary. Where did he from? Hungary, George Mike's. Studied law and received his doctorate at Budapest University. A very well-educated man and a versatile qualities or educations that we see with this man. So he is an artist, author, publisher, illustrator and a journalist. See how many occupations he was well versed in the things here. And he also had a doctorate at Budapest University. Then his books include the Hungarian Revolution, important books of George Mike, Über Alice, Shakespeare and Myself, Italy for Beginners, How to be an Artist, How to be Inimitable, How to Scrape Skies and How to Tango, How to be an Ally. So these are some of the important books, the works of George Mike's. Okay, so now these excerpts are chosen from the extracts that we have for our study. Okay, that is traffic in Brazil as well as Japanese manners. So this is what very important here. So these are the 2 divisions that we'll get here. What are Japanese manners, traffic in Brazil. Isn't it? Traffic in Brazil, yes. So these are the very important divisions that we get. And another one is about travel writing. So that is I don't think we will be much serious in this one here. Travel writing. It is very rare the board asks such a question on this topic here on travel writing as such. But it is important because it is a good information to be known here. You should know the information about the travel writing, how it began and what exactly it means as such here. Then these excerpts are chosen from The Land of the Rising Yen and How to Tango. These are the two books he has written. What is that? The Land of the Rising Yen. Listen. Rising Yen, he says. Actually, it is sun, isn't it? You are familiar with that. But he uses yen here. Why? Because it is a currency of Japan, isn't it? So that is why. So he gives an interesting title to his book, one of his book here. What? The Land of Rising Yen. And from this book, we have an excerpt called Japanese Manners here. From this book. Okay. And there is another book called How to Tango. Is another book of Jazz Mike's How to Tango. Is another book of Mike's, and from this book, so the board has selected Traffic in Brazil, this excerpt. So, totally from the two great books of Jazz Mike's, the board, PU board has selected a simple topics like our Japanese manners and traffic in Brazil. Okay, this is how you will be. And now you are familiar with the author here, and he is a versatile writer and an intelligent writer. Wherever you see there is a comic version of as titles. If you look at the titles of Jazz Mike's, you feel really as if humorous here, funny here, but they were of very interest. The content is of a good one because traveling, writing. People say, what about travel? When you think about traveling, you gain much more knowledge than reading, sitting, training, teachings as such. So that is why our forefathers say, and it is believed that ಕೋಶ ಓದುವುದಕ್ಕಿಂತ ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತುವುದೇ ಮೇಲು. ಆರ್ ದೇಶ ಸುತ್ತಬೇಕು, ಕೋಶ ಓದಬೇಕು. So that is why. So you will get more perfect, you will become more perfect about life when you travel in your life. Because you observe things in person there. Okay, with the physical presence of your body and mind there. And you observe by, or imbibe the things that are happening in front of your eyes, and there will be an effect, a very strong effect, where you are going to be one of the participant in such situation there. Or you are lively experiencing the incidents or the practices happening there, will give you more impressive understanding to your mind, and also you may feel very happy and contented with the practices that you see physically there. So it is is the practical experience that you get when you visit different places there, and when you enjoy, and you may enjoy, you may feel happy, you may feel bad, sorry, because some things may be a little bit strange and some things may be good, better than yours. Some practices, some cultural activities, some traditions may differ from our practices as such. So the complete social life that you are going to experience is physically there, means practically there, which will give you or impress you more and more rather than reading in a book. Okay, so that is what. So the origin of knowledge will be increases more when you travel more. Why? Because you observe things. Sometimes you may get a chance to participate in such things. Because everything will be looks stranger or different or distinct from us. See, for example, take for example South India or North India. So North with the different social practices, South with different social practices. The food system is different. Some social practices are different. The language is different. Okay, the way they dress is different. The way they speak is different. The climate is different. The atmosphere is different. And everything you see, all the lifestyle which has a few differences as such. Isn't it? So, some practices may be very beautiful, meaningful to you. And some, so you may feel very bad also. So, whatever good to you, good to us, we will filter and we will have it, and we will include it in our life, and whatever bad, okay, we omit it. Yes. So that is what the thing is. So now moving on to the pre-reading activity of this chapter. Okay, look at the pre-reading activity, students, page number 96. Do you like traveling? Does it enhance one's mental horizon? So this is an important question. If you answer this question, or if you think over this question to find some solution or answer, I think it will be a better, and I think you are going to understand the theme of the lesson that is prescribed to us here. Yes, of course, everybody likes traveling. You ask anybody, okay, would you like to come to Mysore? Come to Ooty? Come to Jog Falls? They never ever say no. Yes. When? Chalo, chalte. So that's what the thing you get. Everybody loves traveling. Everybody likes traveling. Does it enhance one's mental horizon? Mental horizon. See? One of the important things here is mental horizon. Does it enhance or increases or improves one's mental horizon? Which one? Traveling, tour. Or a trip, or a pilgrimage. Yes. Does it enhance your mental horizon? Does it improve or adds your knowledge to your mind when you travel or go to a trip or pilgrimage as such? Yes, the answer is yes, dear students. Nobody can say no, we won't be getting anything from this, so it is a waste of time. No, you cannot say that. Isn't it? So yes, you have to agree with this, and you can also give some examples for this. Okay, enhance one's mental horizon. See, if you see places like Ayodhya, Kurukshetra, and if you go back to our legends, epics as such, really you feel romantic. See, there is a saying, if any newly wedding couple or people visits Kurukshetra practically. So I think there is a saying, and people used to say, because I have traveled on that particular place called Kurukshetra in North India, they will start quarreling each other. Okay, they start fighting each other. Why? Because the very place is famous for one of the historical battle of Pandavas and Kauravas. Isn't it? So that legendary fight between those two dynasties or people, Pandavas and Kauravas. So it is always said that it is the importance of that event on that land, they say. ಯಾರಾದರೂ ಆಗಲಿ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕುರುಕ್ಷೇತ್ರಕ್ಕೆ ಗಲಾಟೆ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಶುರು ಮಾಡಿಬಿಡ್ತಾರಂತೆ. ಸೀರಿಯಸ್ ಆಗಿ ಅಲ್ಲದೆ ಹೋದರೂ ಕೂಡ ಸಮ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಸೊ ಒಂದು ಮಿಸ್ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡಿಂಗಿಂದ ಇರ್ಬೋದು, ಓಕೆ, ಬೇಸರ ಆಗೋದಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಮಾತಿನಿಂದ ಇರ್ಬೋದು. ಸೊ ಈ ಥರ ಜಗಳಗಳು ಆಗ್ತವೆ ಆ ಒಂದು ಜಾಗಕ್ಕೆ ಹೋದರೆ ಅಂತ ಅನಿಸುತ್ತೆ. ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ if you visit Ayodhya, there also you see, you will get a different, very interesting experience. If you go to the tomb of love, Taj Mahal, and you will get a very different, happy, merry, moments when you will be with that particular place, in that particular place, watching the monument physically, practically there. Isn't it? So you will be somewhere floating, you will be somewhere, feel contented, feel happy that you are looking with your eyes physically. So the practical study, observation, participation is more important than theoretical observation or preparation as such. So that is why you can agree that, so if you travel or go to a tour or trip or a pilgrimage, so I think one's mental horizon will be improved. Then second one here, yes, now look at the second point. Which of our behavior gestures do you think appear strange to a foreign visitor? Yes, one more important thing. Which of our behavior, character or conduct and gesture and the signs that we do while we speak, walk, those things think appear strange to a foreign visitor. Yes, see, you think that an American has come here, and which of our behavior or a gesture looks strange for him? One is eating the food with the hands. That may look very strange to him, isn't it? The behavior as well as the gesture, and the way we wish or greet people with like this, or touching the feet by bending down to the feet of the elder may look very strange to the foreigner. Yes. And the ethnic dress, the traditional dress that we wore may look strange to the foreigner. Our practices in believing that God or goddesses, our devotion, prayers may look strange to those people. Our language may look very different to those people. And the way we perform some basic things in the public may look typical, different, strange to the foreigner, because India is a country of multi-religions, multi-practices, social practices. When you have more religions in one country, you will have a different cultures, different traditions, different practices altogether. But everybody loves and encourages every tradition, every practice as such, what a religion or caste that he may belong. So that is, India is enjoying its atmosphere of unity in diversity. Isn't it? Then there are so many behaviors and gestures that the author will, the foreigner will feel very strange, when he sees them. Then the third one, do you think living in a foreign city, visiting a foreign country makes us aware of our own culture? See, for example, if you go to a foreign country, or visit a foreign country, or even you are living in a foreign country, so did you ever feel or make this aware of our own culture? Do you remember or recall your culture when you stay outside your country? Yes, of course, 100%. We cannot ever forget our culture and practice when you go to the other countries, whatever country it may be. We never ever forget our culture and tradition. Okay, isn't it? So, whether it is in America, whether it is a UK, wherever you go, our culture and tradition stands first. We are happy with our culture. We are contemplative about our culture. We are patriotic. We have a lot of love towards our culture, which cannot be forgotten. Even whenever you stay, live, go to visit any foreign place as such. Yes, that's of course. Even an American visits India, he will also feel like that. Okay, his culture is better for him better than in India. But most of the people in the world, they love Indian culture, Indian tradition, Indian social practices, beliefs, yogas, meditations, Ayurveda, everything as such. They believe more in Indian cultural tradition nowadays. So it is happening. All the world is looking at Indians. Why? Because their culture is typical, special, great, which is more meaningful than this. And even in this, the pandemic period, all the world is surprised to see India that we have a very less number of deaths. Though we are highly populated, second highest populated country in the world, see the deaths and the patients who became attacked with COVID-19 as such. It is because of our food. It is because of our nutrients, okay, what your proteins, vitamins, as such, they are very much rich and more in our food habits. But whereas in the Western food, it is not that. And the way whatever you take, for example, the practices, taking bath or cleanliness is maintained, everything is so quite energetic and so healthy when you compare to the Western style of life. Every food that we eat is an Ayurvedic in itself, isn't it? Turmeric, onion, ginger, tulasi, coriander, okay, lemon, salt, all these spices are medicinal and we eat, all Indians eat them every day in all sorts of their foods. Whether it is a breakfast, lunch, dinner, whatever it may be, it will be mixed one. So that is why the immunity power of we the Indians is more than that of any foreigner here. So that is why everybody loves their own countries, They never ever, forget or feel bad with their own country's culture or tradition as such. So that is why, okay, it is right, okay, living in a foreign city or visiting a foreign country makes us aware of our own culture. So it will make us recall our culture, tradition every now and then. Remember our relatives and the people with whom we are very much friendly, very much intimate with that. So often, very often we recall those moments and the people and the places and the situations that we have enjoyed in the past. So this is there, of course, okay, and people will love, isn't it? So now there is a picture given here. No, we don't want to skip the things because our board has taken a step or a pain, a difficulty, interest in giving us a picture here. So it is they are bowing each other. These people are bending towards each other because we are familiar with that, isn't it? We know that these things are performed in our karate classes, kung fu classes, as such, isn't it? We bend and greet the people, greet our master or the people who are there. So your fellow learners of that martial arts as such, isn't it? So we are familiar. It's not a difficult or highly, very much unfamiliar thing for us. Okay, little bit we feel strange, but it is familiar to us because we have observed and many things and became familiar to this art of greeting here. So it is Japanese art of greeting that we have here. And then coming to the note on travel writing. Yes. Travel writing is about writing one's experiences of traveling and visiting aligned places. Yes, of course, as I said earlier, okay, travel writing, it is what the definition of travel writing here. It's one's experiences of traveling and visiting aligned places. Aligned means unknown places. New places which we are going to visit for the first time. So these were the things. Okay. As a genre of writing, it is as old as 2nd century when travelers to Greece recorded their experiences in the form of a diary. So how old was the concept of travel writing? So it was very older concept. So we find this practice of writing in 2nd century. When the travelers started their traveling to Greece, they have recorded some experiences. So there were so many pilgrimages taken place during those days in the Greece. That's how we find Geoffrey Chaucer's Canterbury Tales, a pilgrimage. And the experiences of their traveling or pilgrimages were noted in the form of a diary. They have written and they have written and they have noted and they have saved in the form of a diary. With the invention of new techniques of navigation and sea voyages during the 9th and 10th centuries, travel writing became popular as more number of people began to explore new places on the globe. Yes, of course. Usually things happens like that. As we grow more mature and mature, as the world or life moves and moves, it advances towards the intelligence or more beautiful or more energetic aspect or more sophisticated. In the same way, as the invention of new techniques, the navigation and sea voyages, they have started. And it was during 9th and 10th centuries. And the travel writing became very much popular, because if you leave or conduct a voyage, sea voyage there, okay, and you need to take down the thing. See, when did you start? And when did you see that place, that place, and you need to record a time and a date of your visit. Because you will be looking after so many things, you will be searching so many things when you conduct voyages like this, discoveries like this. So with the advent of these things, so there were many changes. The people began to explore new places on the globe. And the art of travel writing became more popular from that time onwards. So, dear students, this is the scope of travel writing. And we feel really it's very important for us, because without going there, without spending money or any of our precious time as such, we are knowing some of the culture, tradition and social habits of Japanese and Brazilians. Yeah. Isn't it how lucky we are? We never lose anything. Our time or maybe our money. Okay, whatever we are going to expend for travel and food, everything as such. Isn't it? Then soon such trips started getting royal patronages and support. Yes, the voyages by Vasco da Gama, Amerigo Vespucci, Columbus, so many people like that, and scientists, they travel to different places, they conduct different voyages, and such kind of things or trips started getting royal patronage and support. Yes, the kings and the queens, administrators, they used to support these people and give a royal scope to those who conduct such voyages as such. New adventures and voyages were even commissioned. Yes, they were paid more things, they were given money and other gifts when they found the new inventions or discoveries as such by the king and the ruling kingdom as such. Thus, travel writing ceased to be just a description of a new place born out of a curiosity and gained political overtones. Yes, travel writing become it is a new place born out of curiosity. Yes, because you don't know there. The Columbus has started discovering America, and he started, India, and he started his journey, voyage. He don't know what comes in further, or in future, or in his journey in the middle, but he goes. So it is nothing but curiosity, and he has a curiosity, interest of finding out or discovering that place. So there is some people, there is some life of some people, and I have to find out, and it is nothing but India. So he found. Jenny. So their curiosity arouses there, and then now even after much of the earth has been explored, even after the much earth has been explored, and almost every piece on this earth has been written about, its popularity has not waned, as can be seen by the immense viewership it has on modern media like television and internet. Yes. We feel that there is nothing left on the earth, in the universe, that we have invented everything, discovered everything. Still, there can be no further discoveries as such. No, you cannot see that. Still, so it has not been waned. The popularity has not been waned, means decreased. It is still more with the introduction or advent of television and internet. How? Because we go to different places, very dangerous forests, wild forests. We meet and experiment with the wild animals, and we go deeper into the sea, at the bottom of the sea, and we collect information with different species as such. All these things look like. And we take down and collect the information from the unknown worlds as such. Sea, sky, and the forest, wildlife, like that. So is it ended? No. It will never end. The end, even in your internet, if you look at Google, if you look at Wikipedia, you will be having abundant information with abundant pictures and researchers on these things. And people will be very much interested to know about the distant and about the foreign, strange, peculiar, special events and things happening around. Did it? So such is the popularity of the travel writing. Then travel writing has come on a serious scholarly study in the past 50 years, and has become a part of cultural studies program in many universities. Yes, it has become a very serious scholarly study in the universities. It is a part of cultural exchange, cultural studies program in many universities. See, for example, if you take institutions like JNVs, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, is an autonomous under HRD, Human Resource Development. And there, see, people will get admission to 6th standard to 12th standard there. And they study. From each district, you will have one JNV, Jawahar Navodaya Vidyalayas, run by central government with the CBSE syllabus. And there the students from district, then after that, see, for 8th, 9th and 10th, there is a migration to a different state, not a district. See, for example, my JNV, I am an JNVN, Uduvalli, Chitradurga, had a migration to Madhya Pradesh, Devas district. And the other districts will have different state and different district. So such is the migration here. And when you go there and people, students from that place come here, so automatically you see a cultural exchange there. We will feel surprised and strange with some attitudes and the practices of the students of that place, that is Madhya Pradesh, and also the people or the students from Madhya Pradesh will feel our attitudes and practices are strange, isn't it? So there is an exchange of some social practices takes place. And this is what it has become more important, more popular nowadays, and even it has become a subject in the universities as such. Okay, it is time. We will stop it here. Thank you.